Hello, Scorpios, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your December 2019 love reading. So, guys, this is the end of the decade, and we're going to look a little bit into the beginning of the new one for love for you guys, okay? It's going to be a general love reading, no singles, couples, differentiation. We're just going to get into it and see what comes up here, all right? If you guys do want to take advantage of this awesome opportunity, I am taking half off of any 20-minute or longer readings for the remainder of this year. So if you want to book a reading or gift one to somebody, all the information on booking a reading is below. And again, it's half off of any 20-minute or longer reading booked, okay? So guys, if you haven't also, do make sure to subscribe. Do make sure to check out your monthly reading, especially for your sun, your moon, and your rising sign, all right? We're going to use the Hobbit Tarot here, and we're going to look at your general energy in terms of love this month, and we're going to continue from there, okay? Scorpios, you seem like you're having a very busy month. I feel almost like, I don't know how to describe it. It feels like you have a very compartmentalized almost view about relationships and love right now. I think a lot of you are focusing on, I don't know, coming up in this world, getting things going. See, that's interesting for your general energy, and I feel like there's one more that really wants to come out, so we're going to pull. Hold on one second. Seems like, okay. Sorry, I just noticed there were a couple that were turned the opposite way, and I was making sure I didn't accidentally, like, flip two things together and create a big problem here for tarot. So let's see. Yeah, I don't know. You guys are, it's not like you're in a bad position. It's that you're kind of okay with where things are right now, and you have a lot of self-focus, and that's totally fine. All right, that's fine. Ace of Wands, reverse, Nine of Coins. Again, if you're a cross-watcher, take into account how Scorpios are feeling. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, know that they're very involved in, I just feel like you guys are really focused on career, on coming up is what I mean. Like, you know, on your life path. Where are you going? Where do you want to live? How much money are we making? Where are we going with our career? How can we better? What things to learn? Because Jupiter is in Capricorn in your third house now, making our focus really shift towards what skills you'd like to develop and how they can help with your career. And it's going to be on that for the next year. It also is, again, how are we using our minds productively? Is it benefiting our path? Is it really getting us where we want to? And how can we learn more, communicate better? You know, how do we share in a better way with others? Really, third house of communication and learning. So I feel like with the Ace of Wands reversed, you guys just might not have the energy, honestly, this month. And I'm not surprised, because if you have seen, if you're a Scorpio sun or a rising sign or even a moon sign, you'll know from your reading, your monthly read, that you guys, again, came up as very busy. You have a lot going on, decisions to make, endings to choose, you know. You're deciding what to do in some really big terms in your life here. And I just feel like for some of you, you just don't have time for passion and all that other stuff this month, and you're just not really focused on it, and that's okay. I think Scorpios, you guys get this rep of being like sex obsessed and all this other stuff, and I've never met a Scorpio that I've experienced that with. I'm with like a Scorpio who's like all their placements are in Scorpio, so I really don't agree with that line where people are like, you know, Scorpios are manipulative and secretive. I mean, you guys can be a little bit manipulative when you want to be, not all the time in a bad way, but I just don't think, I think a lot of people try to make it so that, you know, there's nobody that has a higher sex drive than Scorpio, and that's just not true. And you guys don't have to feel like it's up to you to be that sign. It's not your job. It's not you. If anything, I would say people with Taurus Venuses have the highest sex drive, and I don't know why nobody talks about that, because Venus is at home in Taurus. And if you've ever met or been with somebody with a Taurus Venus, that's way, I don't know, I just feel like the drive is much higher than any Scorpio I've ever met. So I just think that some of you guys might not have the physical kind of sex drive this month, is what I'm getting here. There's a lack of passion. You don't really want to start anything new. You're really putting your energy into long-term abundance, building your life. You could even just be focusing on building up your own stability, making yourself feel better. Even in a physical sense, it just feels like, you know, we're focused on working out. on like getting healthier, looking better. You're coming across very attractively and very stable to others as you know you come into this energy here. Sorry about that. Let me pause this for a second while they flip out. Okay, hopefully we're done with the barking. Let's see what the goals are this month here for you guys in terms of love. What is your focus, your goals, Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Ooh. Again, you guys really don't have, I gotta say, this is kind of like, I don't know if this is going to be the most exciting reading because I just feel like you guys are really in this kind of state right now. Like, when you need to rest, you're going to rest. Like, I would say take a break. And if anything, it's okay to step back and not have your entire focus be on romantics and love life right now. You do need rest. There is a lot going on. That we picked up on that in your other reading. Every Scorpio I know, they're busy. They got stuff going on. And passion and the physicalities, especially of love, or especially so in terms of starting something new and being asked, you know, keep up with a new relationship. Like, that's just not, you don't even have the time to think like that this month. And, you know, other signs or people that are interested in you, cross watchers, y'all can be mad if you want, but the Scorpios are just busy, and right now they just need rest. We're stepping into a new decade, and they, I mean, being the sign of transformation and change, it's big time for them, and that's okay. Okay, so just let them rest this month. Don't put pressure on Scorpios in terms of romantic situations, especially in terms of committing. If you want a Scorpio to commit, you want to get back together with a Scorpio, I really would not push it this month. Really, I would not. So let's see here and how things play out here now. Okay, so now we have the goals. Actually, yeah, let's see how things play out. And then I have a special deck that I want to use in terms of, no, we're actually going to keep using this deck. I'll use the Morgan Greer, and then we're going to use, I don't really have a name for this deck, and I'll show you guys it in a minute when we get there, but let's keep pulling here in terms of how things play out, anything that we need to know in terms of love this month, how things are playing out with whoever we're dealing with. You guys, again, there's just so much work focus here. There's so much I'm trying to get to point, you know, I'm at point A and I'm trying to get to point B, and I don't need you to be standing in my way right now. It's almost like people keep trying to, like, you know, romance you, get in on you, Scorpio, and you're like, I don't have time. I'm trying to look around you right now. Again, there's just a lot of self-focus here, and that's okay. Justice, truth, and justice. You're doing what you know is best for you. In terms of a relation. Ooh. You guys just feel so busy. Like, I don't know. There's like this certain energy behind your reading that's just like, it's like making me pull out the cards faster. You guys like really got stuff to do. It just feels like you're busy, especially with Mars in your sign all month. Like, you're juggling, you're busy. You really don't have time for extra, like, you know, pardon my language, shit to deal with. Especially if it's other people's romantic, like, I want this from you and I need this from you. And, yeah, if they start that kind of stuff, you're like not having it. Like, that's that. All right, so let's see what we have right now, and we're going to continue to pull out based on, you know, what clarifiers are needed, how it all kind of starts coming out here. Because, again, we channel the readings, or I channel the readings, so whatever comes out, comes out. Page of Cups, Eight of Coins. It's interesting because I just feel, you know, if you're in a relationship, yes, there is work to be done, but it feels like with justice and then the 10 of Wands, you know, all in due time. The truth is you just don't have time to be ladling on more stress. And it's like the holiday season, obviously, for a lot of people. So it puts on a lot of extra stress. And I feel like you guys are just not feeling it this year. There's too much going on. We have way too much on our plate right now. And there's just not enough energy, especially in terms of, you know, when people are coming at you and telling you, I need this, and Scorpio, I want you to be this way, and I need this from you. And you're just like, I mean, 10 of Wands with the 9 of Wands reversed next to it, like right after it, you're not willing to fight for it anymore. Like, there's no, like, I don't think so. It's time for me to restructure some boundaries here because I'm not feeling this right now. This isn't equal. If, you know, a situation has become unequal, if, you know, you're, especially even if getting in the sense of in terms of financials in a relationship, if you feel that you're carrying the brunt of it and the other person isn't worried, or the other person isn't putting in their due dividends. It doesn't have to be about money and like, oh, you paid for this and like, you're not paying for that. It doesn't have to be about that. Even in terms of communication, in terms of what they expect from you right now, it's just, I don't have time for this. And that's the truth here. That's the honest truth, is that right now I don't have time to be doing this because I have work. Like, you guys are really working hard at something, whatever it is in your life. You're busy as hell. You got something else going on. I mean, I can't say that enough, that you're just busy. Queen of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Moon reverse, and the Three of Swords. This is actually where I want to start pulling some clarifiers, because this gives me a certain flavor to it. So I'm going to look at... I don't know if I want to pull this one out yet. Now, let's get on with the Morgan Greer. And then I have some cards that I want to use for challenges. I don't have a name for this deck, but actually it was gifted to me by Dave. So Dave, if you're watching this, thank you. A lovely client of mine came back in and gifted me this awesome deck here. It's all like different, I don't want to say cryptids, but monsters and mythical creatures and stuff from all over the world. And it's really awesome. And actually, you can just get it for like $8 at, where'd he get it? Spencer's, I think he said. But it's very, very cool. I highly recommend it. So even if you're a beginner, or if, you don't want to spend a lot of money on a deck, this is a very interesting deck. I really like it. And it's all different monsters and stuff. So we're going to use it to look at our challenges in a second in terms of love. But again, quite cheap for what it is, right? So let's see here. Let's clarify this area. Clarify what's going on in terms of Scorpios and their love lives with the Justice card, 10 of Wands, then 9 of Wands reverse, Queen of Wands, Moon reverse, 3 of Swords. Clarify this area and what's happening in terms of love for you. You just don't have the energy right now. Again, it's really crazy. Ooh. What's that about? What's that about? Okay, what's going on there? I get a specific situation here. What's happening? If you're dealing with an Aquarius, you don't want to be dealing with an Aquarius. Interesting that this comes up. The Hermit, you really need to take, it just feels to me like if there's somebody coming in here. Ooh. I see what's going on here. Let me just get one more to confirm this. Yep. If you have an ex who is a Pisces, an Aquarius, maybe even a Libra, I'm getting more of the Aquarius vibe because that is the strongest out of these three. And it just, I don't know, I get this sense. So you got the 4 of Swords underneath this, which is again rest. You need rest right now. You need a break from whatever this situation is. Maybe this is an ex. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting here. Somebody, again, that we're just really, it feels like you're tired of hearing about this situation, about this person. And you're really tired. I mean, you're a Scorpio, so you can see right through people, first of all. You guys have like this slab of psychic where you don't even want to admit it, but you already know what's going on. So if somebody calls with different like intentions than what they're showing, you're going to pick up on it right like that. I know that about you guys. Like, I know that because my mother's a Scorpio. Y'all are Scorpios. Like, I can see it in the comments. And my partner is like full Scorpios. There's nothing you can hide from you guys. There really isn't. If you're not feeling something, or if somebody's trying to come in like this, oh boy, are you going to notice. You're like, oh, are you really coming in like this? Like, it feels like somebody's coming in to apologize or test the waters. How are you doing? And you're immediately like, all right, what the hell are your intentions? And that's what I want to say, that I think it's an Aquarius or a water sign, maybe a Pisces or a Cancer. Could also be a Libra, but this to me just feels like this is, that first little thing here, and this is the Aquarius, and this is kind of you being like, are you really doing this again? Are you really doing this? Like, you're kind of trying to keep a stone face here in the situation. Sometimes I see the Queen of Swords as somebody who doesn't really put her emotions out to the world. She holds it back. She's that Libran energy of being able to, wait on the other shoe to drop here. It's kind of like you're like, all right, you're just saying hi, you're just saying you want to hang out, you're just saying this, but it feels like more the Hermit and the Sun. You know better than this. You know that this person, this situation, this is somebody that you've, I feel like, purposely kept out in the dark, or somebody that you haven't heard from. Somebody that, I gotta say, it just feels like there's somebody that has really wanted to, and the Sun is usually a very good card, I have to say, it really is, but I have to say, the Six of Swords reverse came out, it's the Harpy. And I just feel like, again, that this is one of those harpy situations. Somebody's trying to lure you back, but you know better than to listen to that song. See, this is why I love this deck. They have really good, they pick them really good for each of the cards. Like, even the minor arcana, like, are picked very well. The Harpy, Six of Swords, and it's reversed. I'm going to hold it up right just so you can see it better. But, you know, she's out there singing. As you know, the harpies sing. And they try to lure you. I don't know if you've ever read the Odyssey or, you know, any type of mythological, especially Greek and Roman mythological stuff. I think it's more Greek. But the harpy tries to lure men in. I mean, she looks like this. She doesn't sound like this when she's singing. You're not going to see her like this until you wake up. But when it's reversed, you already know what this song and dance is. Somebody's trying to sing and dance their way into your life here. But big surprise, you know exactly what's up. Big surprise. Oh, and it's like this person thinks they can tempt you just because they're attractive. And again, that's, I don't know why. It's like this month, maybe it's not just this month. Again, I just feel like a lot of people deem Scorpios as these like sex obsessed, like high libido people. I'm not, you guys are not like that at all. Like, I don't know where people get that. I mean, yeah, and when you're really in love and you're having a good time, but that's not all you guys think about and do whatsoever. Like, your opposite sign is Taurus, which makes you a creator, a doer, somebody who is willing to take the, you know, the work and efforts of that Taurian energy on the opposite side and make transformation and changes so that you can better get back what you've been putting in. Like, there's, I don't know, just, this is so much more career and you path, like, you focused. And it's like, this person's coming in and trying to make it about them. And, like, what do I need? And all this stuff. And whether it's somebody, you know, an ex, whether it's somebody that you are in a relationship with, you're just like, don't start this with me right now. Like, we're not going back to that. King of Cups. Or you are more emotionally mature, stable. I mean, look at how ready for battle he is. I don't really understand the concept of the Orc as the King of Cups. There's a couple that I don't really get. But at the same time, there's a lot of, it feels like, I mean, if you ever watch Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, I mean, orcs have a lot of emotion. They have a lot of feeling, like intensity. So maybe there is an intensity of your feelings, but at the same time, you know what you want and you know what you don't want, and you've been through the ringer in this before. You are emotionally mature past this person. Let's see what this other, oh, yep. Death reverse. This is a situation that you, it feels like, you know, you've tried to end. This person, this situation has turned you on your head. Like, you can't, you didn't even like ending it. It was already difficult for you to end this situation. It feels like if this is an ex. But let me pull one more. Based on the situation that we're picking up on, that this is somebody that's trying to come back in. Yeah, oh, yes it is. Somebody wants to get back together with you. They're not over this, the emotional aspect of this. Death reverse, Judgment, I want you back. Let's reverse this ending. Can we please have this back? And, you know, again, it could be that you're on the other side of this, but I just got to say, you know, Scorpios and Tauruses, that's a line that does not get back together with exes. Like, I gotta say, neither of those signs is known to be crawling back to exes and wondering about them. And I want to get back together with this person. If you're, like, cut off, then there's usually a really good reason for that with a especially so Scorpios. And that's why I just feel like this is more of you being like, I don't want to do this. Let's see what your position here is, what your challenge in this situation will be, Scorpio. The Three of Swords is at the end of your reading here with the Moon reverse. I can't deny that. Your challenge is to keep this person and situation separate from you. Seven of Cups. Because they're a mess. Wow, yeah, it just feels messy. What should you do about this? You have to kind of lay down the law here, guys. Wow. Yeah, you got to lay down the law in a harsh way. And I know I don't usually tell you guys, you know, use that harsh scorpionic tone, but in this situation, this feels like somebody or something that does not seem to learn the lesson. Like, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, this person doesn't want to give up, or like this situation doesn't give up. And I'm not saying this has to be an ex. It could be somebody that's been, if you're in a relationship that's not getting messed up, or you know, it's in a good place, then you're definitely not resonating with this reading. This is like kind of almost like Scorpio single kind of energy that I'm picking up on specifically here. But it could also be, you know, friends. It could be something else in terms of, you know, having to do with your love life rather than just the person you're interested in. There could be third party stuff. There could be, you know, a need to end a situation that is not healthy. But with, so you know that we got Judgment, which is Cerberus, which I love these cards. I really do. After that, you get the Five of Pentacles reversed. So your challenge will be to keep this person at bay. You need time alone right now. It didn't come out fully reversed. That's why I'm saying that. But because when it's reversed, it's usually when you're coming back into something. But I just get the strong sense because the way it kind of spun out onto the deck here, or onto the table. Sorry, and this is also the Shaman, if you wanted to know. You need to be alone right now. You know, notice how the Shaman's running around the fire on its own. It's like you need time alone. You need to kind of separate yourself from love right now, especially if this person, whoever it is that you're dealing with, whatever this sign is, maybe an Aquarius, maybe a water sign, maybe a Libra, Gemini, maybe even, again, maybe it could be. It just feels like Libra, Aquarius, or Pisces, possibly a Cancer, but I just really feels more Aquarius to me. I don't know. But Seven of Cups here, confusion. This person brings a lot of confusion, a lot of stress. Like, I don't know where you are at. Like, you're chaotic. This person is chaotic. They bring chaos to your love life. And then after that, you get the Knight of Wands, Four of Cups reversed, and Ten of Swords. You know, you can't keep coming in every time that you want to talk to me. It's almost like Knight of Wands. This person is not reliable, especially emotionally. They're all over the place. They're confusing. You're confused as to what they even are doing back here. You're like, I don't really get it. Like, what's happening here? What are you really even looking for? They come at you with more confusion and, you know, being like, well, I want to be with you and I miss you. And like, maybe they even just want to have some sexy fun time. But as you guys know, you ain't in the mood. You're not in the mood this month. It's not going to tempt you because you're not feeling it. You're like, how dare you come back to me after I've already rejected you, or after I've already kind of pushed you aside. But Four of Cups reversed, Ten of Swords. I mean, that's the Griffin. You don't want to get clawed by him. And Four of Cups reversed to me is an emotional release card. Crying, the more, I don't know, it's like, it just feels like this person, the situation is very chaotic emotionally. Like, they have problems, they have issues, they have stuff that they themselves need to work on and heal. And I don't think it's you. I just really don't think that whatever this chaotic, strange, somebody trying to come back in energy is, it's not you, it's the other person. And they're trying to bring chaos into your life here. Come back and do this, and come back and say this. It's very confusing. It's very off-putting for you. And so you end it. You're like, you know, screw the dramatics and the emotion, like whatever, cry. I just feel like you say something kind of harsh here and it might make them cry. But it's like the Four of Cups reversed. Yes, like I was saying, it's an emotional release card. But for me, and for you guys right here, it feels like you're telling them off a little bit. Like, you know, I can sit here and be dissatisfied with how this relationship, how this situation has been. But you know what? You need to hear the truth here. You need to hear that you can't be doing this, and why I'm upset, and like why I'm not going to get back together with you, and why you need to like take a hike for the long run. Ten of Swords. You're ending something for good here. You're bringing in this Three of Swords, and it feels like probably around that new moon, solar eclipse at the end of the month. So pay attention around then. Okay. I think it's at December 26th. Let's see, though, a little bit more about the moon reverse, the Three of Swords. What do we need to know about that situation? What do we need to know about that situation? Ooh. Queen of Pentacles, the World, Four of Coins. Could have something to, I mean, we have so much Capricornian energy right now. Could have just something to do with an earth sign in a totally different situation. But Queen of Pentacles, the World, Four of Pentacles reverse. You guys are ready to end some long-standing situations. Again, like stability, things that we've built stable ground on. Like you're ready to build something either more within a relationship, or to let a relationship, a person, or not even like the ideals of a relationship go. The World is, wanting something more. And, with the Four of Pentacles reverse, we're willing to sacrifice where we're at right now in order to seek that out. For some of you, it could be that you're destabilizing a relationship in a good way. You could be proposing, moving, picking up, where you're at here and planting new roots somewhere else with a partner. You could be moving in with somebody. It's really good, big stuff here. Feels like, especially if you're in a partnership. But you'll have to explain to that partner this month, you're tired, you don't have time for all the usual romantic Scorpio fixed water stuff that you're about, or that you're kind of more known for. Interesting. What else do I want to pull here? Anything else? Any other last messages? Feels like a pretty intense month here, where you're going to have to push some people to the side. Again, it just feels like people are like pressing you in the wrong ways this month. It came up in your Gemma reading as well, especially if it's a fire sign. So fire signs, I don't know, it's like Leos and Aquariuses this month are like really, because I know that Leo came up as a sign that you might be having beef with. I don't even think it's in a romantic sense, but it could have something to do with this whole situation as well. Let's see how it's ending this month, how things kind of end up here. So we enter the new decade for love and romance for Scorpios. Four of Wands, this is beautiful. Oh my God, that's beautiful. You're going to get there. Things are coming into alignment. The doorway is opening. You're going to get to your desired place. Don't worry. Things are going to come back into where they're supposed to be. They're going to feel better. Love is going to be a lot better. You could even be coming into, if you guys have had trouble in terms of, you wanted to commit to somebody, you didn't have the money. You wanted to get married, maybe you didn't have the money. Maybe you wanted to move somewhere with somebody, but you didn't have the money again. And that could be why we're so focused on the money aspect. And you're like, I can't do this right now because yes, I want this and I want all this good stuff, but I want it better and I want more. And it just feels like you're focusing on leveling up your life and then focusing on, how that affects your love life afterwards, which is great. As we enter 2020, this feels really good. I can get you nose, so I think it's resonating. And that was an especially strong message you're getting here as we enter 2020. Within a relationship, a marriage, a celebration, getting through that doorway, that glass door that you never thought you would get to. Getting to the place you've been wanting to celebrate, to feel at home, to feel comfortable and aligned in terms of love. It's really quite a beautiful read, honestly, for this month. If not, like, annoying, because it just feels like, I'm surprised we don't even see a Five of Wands in here, because it just feels like, I don't want to deal with all this crap here and there and there and there, and from you and you and you. But that's okay, Scorpio. Let's pull some Doreen Virtue Romance Angel cards. I don't think we're going to use, actually, Stacey DeMarco, just because I don't feel like it's necessary with this. Ooh, keep an open mind. Your soulmate might differ from your usual type and expectations. Things are going to come into alignment. Things will make sense. And if you do what's best for you this month and not, again, restructuring boundaries that fit you better. You're working on important things right now, and if someone isn't respecting your boundaries, if somebody is pushing you in ways, especially romantically, that you don't want to be pushed, you're really not having it this month. So don't mess. If you're a cross watcher and you're like an ex or somebody, again, you might want to just move on. I don't think that the Scorpios are trying to get back with exes. I'm not getting any sense of reconciliation there in terms of stuff like that. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, and worth waiting for, Scorpio. So divine timing is at work in your love life. And that's just kind of that last little message as well with that Four of Wands. This might be a kind of busy, crazy, weird month, but by the end of it, things are going to be in alignment. You're going to be getting to where you really want to be because you've worked for it. Because you've spent the time working on you, on healing yourself, on healing any family issues that you needed to. But you needed to work through stuff, and maybe the other person that you're dealing with needs to as well. And you might need to tell somebody, hey, you got some issues to deal with, and especially whoever this chaotic energy is, it's kind of like you guys are saying some harsh, like, truths to them this month. So again, if you don't want to wake the sleeping dragon, if you don't want to get burned by a Scorpio, which is like the scorch of death, maybe don't pursue them. If you're an ex, maybe don't try to get back together. Don't push them to commit or do like anything in terms of love this month. Just like be hands off. You know, let me pull something for the cross watchers, okay? We'll pull one for the cross watchers on what's best for you guys to do this month in terms of yeah, you guys, it's like literally, you know, wait for a better time. Don't be selfish. Don't rush into it. Page of Pentacles reverse. You might really want to start this right now, but Page of Pentacles reverse, procrastinate on it and wait for a better time. Two of Wands isn't really a card of action. He's sitting, he's looking at when is the better time for me to approach this? How do I approach this person? And is it really worth it? If it's coming from a place of, you know, I just miss someone, I want to get back together with them and I want this, you better start thinking about something else, because again, Scorpios are not a sign that they really don't appreciate that. Scorpios, Aries, Taurus don't really appreciate that either, I find. God, there are certain signs that are really not interested in things like that, so just don't. Scorpio is like #1 in my book of like, I don't think I've ever met a Scorpio that's like, yeah, and I got back together with that person. I went back to him and I wanted to get back together. No, when you guys break up with somebody like that, so for cross watchers who need to hear that and needed to hear some tough truths, new decade, time to bring out the new love, bring out the new you. All right. Love you guys so much, Scorpios. If you want to book a private reading again, I almost said 20%, half off of any of the 20-minute or longer readings for the rest of the year. Make sure to subscribe, guys. I have been noticing that YouTube has been unsubscribing me from people that I follow, so make sure that's not doing that to you. Check out your monthly reads and have a wonderful and blessed last month of the decade. Namaste, guys.